We greet the house, so we greet everybody. Yes, as we all know, we don't come back for this for our station again. For us to come give updates of waiting they go on for our country. As you all know that we always come here anytime we had some information or any update. We always come here to give update to our people. Because what we are hearing now is that we all know that the federal government of Nigeria, they just said that from January 2026, there's going to be a new tax law, of which there are some people who have been protesting and said that the law should not be in place for now, because a lot of Nigeria, so many Nigerians are going through a lot that there's no need for government to introduce any tax for them to pay, because the current situation of Nigeria is not going well with so many citizens. And we have also seen that this our father, our able father, that is a senator representing Borno South, that is Senator Ndume, have also now come out to say that the federal government of Nigeria should also suspend the new tax law being overclaimed, that the Nigeria government, they should investigate before pushing the tax forward, if there's any need for the federal government to put forward the tax, because Senator Ndume now saying that due to what the public are complaining, that at least the federal government should hear the cry of the citizen. For them now, they are saying that they are not going to pay any tax for now, because every one of us know what the Nigeria people are going through. If the federal government of Nigeria are going to introduce this tax, it's going to affect everybody. Not that maybe paying tax is only the poor citizen, or who else is going to pay the tax, because now they are complaining that the tax is going to be too much for them to pay. Please, I urge you, every one of you, if you are just joining us, you can help us to share this program, and as I'm going to do right now. And if today is your first time of coming across our video, kindly do us a favor by also following us in this page. Please kindly bear with me as I'm going to be doing my sharing, so that some of my followers will also know that we are here on live. Please, we know, as we all know, that this season, right, we are here and now, is a season of giving. And if you have not yet given, if you have not yet give, so at least you might be having one or two people that are looking onto you, maybe in this yellow tide season. And if there's anything for you to give, I will also use this medium to advise you. Please kindly do by giving to someone that is in need. No matter what. Don't be thinking that maybe whatever you are going to give is too small. They said that nothing is too small. Whatever you have, give to someone that is in need, and as you do, the Lord God will also bless you by doing so. It does not mean that you must have a million before you can give. At least any little one you give is something, and people will always appreciate you for that. Yes, just as with the talk of my people, if you are just joining us, we are talking about the new tax law which the federal government of Nigeria they are going to be introducing to everyone in the next few days from now. We are now seeing that people are also be coming out to say that why would the federal government introduce a new tax law when a lot of Nigeria are going through a lot, because everyone today can see that no one is finding it easy in Nigeria, because a lot is going on with the citizen. The cost of living is so high, unemployment is another problem. So why would the federal government introduce another law? So there's one thing that we have to know, that when we are talking about this law, this tax of a thing, I know that maybe paying tax is to me, paying tax is not a bad idea, but I know that maybe after the government will collect tax from you, and the tax will go to individual pocket. That is where the problem will come from. Paying tax, we at least if we want our country to grow, each and every one of us need to pay tax, and the tax must be utilized in a very good way. Not that maybe at the end you find the money in an individual pocket. Because as of today, no one can trust any politicians in Nigeria, because the kind of system the Nigerian politicians are operating, or the kind of government they are, the kind of I don't know how to put it now, because the kind of system we are operating in Nigeria is so poor that you don't have to trust anybody in whatever you are doing. So when the federal government of Nigeria, they are saying that they want to introduce this new tax bill, so you see that there are many people who are coming out to protest that why would the federal government introduce this tax law, because this tax law, not that maybe it's going to favor some people, or some people will be the one to be using the money doing whatever they want. The problem in Nigeria is more than that. So now waiting all of us when we talk, say before they go say they want to introduce this new tax law, and they go make sure say everything go dey inappropriate, because as we dey see am for here, the former senate win, one of the leader, that is Senator Ndume. He now dey talk say before the federal government of Nigeria, before they go talk say they wan introduce this law, when they talk, make dem make sure say they investigate everything, because now when people dey complain say this law they no go fit, this tax law say they no go fit pay the money, the government need to give them here so that they go fit hear them, because if the government no give them here to hear now, so the thing no go good. It will come be like saying that the government now they decide alone on what to do. He said the Nigerian men have a big word. Please, I cannot order. Nigerian men have a only mix. I don't know. Nigeria, the big men have what? Well, I don't understand what you are saying, my dear brothers or sister. So that is just the thing. He said the former Senate leader, Ndume, has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to suspend the implementation of the disputed tax law as scheduled to take effect in January, amidst the growing controversy over their passage. This is what we have been saying, that Ndume have come out now to say that the federal government should suspend this new tax law for now, that they should investigate to see what they had to do before going on with it. Ndume made this call in a statement issued on Wednesday in Abuja, following a claim and counter-claim over the alleged alteration of the tax law after their passage by the National Assembly. That is, say when the National Assembly don't pass this law, now Senator Ndume court say made the federal government they have to investigate it very well before they have to go further. The appeal came and amidst the protest by the opposition, political and civil society organization. Those people, they have to come together. That is both the opposition, despite that as we all see today, that Nigeria is now becoming a one political system. But the few opposition party we have in Nigeria, they have now come together, both the civil society and the civil society organization, including the Nigeria Bar Association, have demanded that the federal government has the implementation of the law. They have to properly check it well before they have to implicate it. Nigerian men have a big okay, well, if that is what you have said, I said reacting Ndume, the representative Borno South senatorial district urged Tinubu to set up an have work committee to verify the authenticity of the law and investigate the alleged alteration that na wetin the senator dey represent Borno South went in the talk for the that na Senator Ndume. He said the former Senate chief wing warned that implementing the law without resolving the allegation will create legitimacy challenge and undermine the public trust. That na wetin that is without the government say they no investigate anything, say they just introduce the law like that without even try make them know how the people go react, which means they are now they don't have the people, the outsiders will not be having faith in this government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So now waiting our brother, our father, Senator Ndume, waiting in the talk now be that say make they do their proper investigation well before they will know say if they will go further or not. He said with the controversy surrounding it, the president should constitute a team to verify the veracity of the claim and act accordingly. That na wetin Ndume dey talk for there, because all of us we know say well, we still get some good politicians when e dey for the side of people. Meanwhile, we also have some who does not even care about the members of the public, because some of them wetin they care for, it is just only for their pocket and individual alone, because they only care for their stomach infrastructure. So wetin Ndume dey talk now be say make the federal government make dem do the proper investigation before they will say they will go further to go further for this task, because you know say this task of a thing when we dey talk now, both the people wey be say dem dey sell for ordinary street both the one wey dey work for office this task is going to affect everybody. So don't think that maybe it is only those that have that are working, or those big men that affect the task is going to affect. So as far as you are in Nigeria, whatever things you are doing, the task is going to definitely affect you in one way or the other. But you know, we are always saying here that paying tax is not a bad thing. If you are paying tax, it's a very good thing. He said the Muslim versus Christian fight. Well, I don't know what you are saying, my brother, when you are saying Muslim versus Christian fight. I don't think that there's anything like a Christian and a Muslim fight, because every one of us, we are all brothers and sisters. And if that is your claim, but where I cannot join you to say that maybe that is true for now, because we all know that for this season there are many people who are not Christian and who are Muslim. They are celebrating with a Christian in this season. So likewise, when it comes to time when a Muslim are celebrating, we also see some Christians who follow them to also celebrate. For you now coming here to write in the comment section and Muslim versus Christian fighting, so I don't think that there's anything fighting for here. But you know, a few days ago that Donald Trump accused Nigeria of a Christian genocide. But that aside, that is not why we are here right now, because this is the time where we are having a Christian and Christian celebration. Because for now, Christian is the one celebrating, so we don't need to bring any argument here. Maybe you may be right by saying that in your own opinion, but that is not the reason why we are here for now. I said if not, the controversy will continue. That is to say, the tax law will not be implemented because cannot build on nothing. And that is what the senator is saying, that if it is not investigated, it should not be implemented, because you cannot build on nothing, because if not investigated. So Mr. President should suspend the implementation until the issue are resolved, because so many civil society organizations, the Arewa community, the Nigeria Bar Association, they are saying that they should withdraw the tax law, investigate the allegation of forgery. Well, that is what Ndume is saying, that there should be proper investigation, because this group of people, they have now come on, they have all of them, they have come together to say that if the federal government should continue, which means there is going to be a very big controversy against this tax law. And we have seen the group like the Arewa community, the Nigeria Bar Association, the civil society, both all of them, they have come out together to unite and say that this new tax law must not go further until the federal government do their investigation, if there's anything further. Please don't forget, if you are just joining us, you can help us to like this program. And if today is your first time of coming across our video, please, I also beg you to kindly follow us. As you do, you will be blessed, and happy Christmas in advance. Just for a few hours from now, we'll be saying to each and every one of you happy Christmas. He said that on Thursday, the NBA president, Asiwe SAN, warned that the controversy surrounding the tax law threatening the integrity and credibility of Nigeria's legislative process. Osiwe said the issue strike at the course of constitutional government and call for an open, transparent investigation to restore public confidence. That now waiting with the talk for here, because at least whatever the federal government of Nigeria is doing, they need to be trusted. Before you want to do anything in Nigeria or in anywhere, you have to explain to your people, let them be aware of what you are going to do, because if not, there will always be a controversy in whatever you are going to implement. So there must be properly the people must be put along. There must be put along, and they must be thoroughly be explained to, because if not, there will always be controversy. He said the controversy was further fueled at a week when the members of the House of Representatives, Adusaman Dasuki, alleged that the vision of the tax law that set by the federal government was different from the final copy passes by the National Assembly and forward to the Mr. President to assign. This now waiting all of them, then they talk for here. Say at least before this kind of law, say you go say before this line law, this law say they go pass on, at least it need to be investigated first. So all these things now waiting with the talk together, now almost the same thing now with the talk for here. Because as we all know, because you not go fit just say may they just introduce this kind of law and like that, because at least they need to investigate, and people must put along. Everybody must to be put along, because you not go fit just say okay may they introduce kind of law, because not be say to introduce the law no be problem, but at least this law now, after they don introduce and finish, you come see and say the citizen, they will come dey say things hard o. Upon say when we dey say things hard now, they wan come introduce another law come join am again. You go see and say na thing wey be say e no go well with most citizens, na it be that. He say okay, now make we see how people react about wetin this our father, Senator Ndume, wetin he talk now, before we come go to the senator, that is the Senate president, as they say he give automatic employment. But before we go there, make we first see the reaction when people react to this our father, that is Senator Ndume, as wetin he talk. May we see how people react to this he talk. He said that we shall implement while the probe is going on. January is date that now waiting, that our brother waiting to talk for there. Reaction is closed. He said everything about this man is either suspension, withdraw, or dead on arrival. Where because now this now waiting this our brothers they also dey talk for here. You know, when somebody dey always dey talk like this, sometimes people go dey look and say why this man dey always complain, because to me I see say Senator Ndume, this na one of the man when e dey for the side of the public, because you no go fit expect am make e dey dey for the side of the government always, because if e still dey for the side of government now we the follower go still come talk say why is it that this man is always supporting the government, because anything the government say he will always support them. They will come say from there we will come talk say this man maybe na rubber stamp na e be for them. So this is why you see that that Senator Ndume is always on the side of the public. When that our brother dey talk say now say anything when Senator Ndume he said that say suspend or condemn, and na so e dey be, because you know say at least when we talk of when we are talking of democracy like this, everybody get chance to give his or her opinion, because no be wetin you agree, no be me and they agree, because everybody get their own different opinion. I said that the VAT did not contribution are close to nothing. Tax also is giving them a headache. The major contribution from them are banditry and terrorists. The gold in Zamfara is being dubious exploited, and yet they are ganging up to take over, and our country resources which they have squandered in the last 45 years of the rulership, with just urgent poverty to show for it. Almost all part of the north, where you feel dey talk that one say because when if you really make we look at this na wetin most people dey always dey talk, because if you look at some of the things wey be say e dey come out from the south or from the west, the northerners dey no dey agree to it, because the tax wey dey come out from it, you go see am say dem dey use most of the tax till dey survive. Something like maybe now dem dey talk say okay, dem no dey drink alcohol, but dem know say dem no dey consume alcohol. Dem know say any tax wey dey come out from alcohol, no be only the south alone dey use the money, but the tax dem dey still dey use am for the north, but dem dey say dem no wan drink. But anything wey dey come out for inside drink, but dem dey use am dey take dey feed themselves. Okay, now dem dey talk of say maybe if you talk of say oil, dem no get oil. The oil when e even dey now na from the south, na the oil dey go the north. Wetin dem get for the north now na only God know. Just as this our brother dey talk now, the gold wey dem dey mine for Zamfara, na only God know how dem dey do am. Whether the federal government dem dey even dey use am for Nigeria, the way when dem dey consume the mineral resources wey be say e dey come out from south, because it will say to me, wetin I believe say it will say maybe this fuel wey we dey produce from the south, so if maybe na from the north, I believe say by now the northern Nigeria dem for don say make dem cut am, say make dem go their own different way, because I dey see say those people na the people when e be say dem dey selfish more than any other thing, because if to say na dem get this fuel when dem dey produce for Rivers State, for Warri, so or for let's say for south, if to say na from the north na dem get this fuel, dem for don cut Nigeria, dem for don divide Nigeria tey. That one no be say na joke, because when you go see them now, dem dey talk say dem no dey gree drink alcohol. But if you say you no go drink alcohol, make you kukuma forget about anything when e dey come out from alcohol, but dem no dey gree forget, and dem dey always dey say about all wetin dey come out from it, dem dey use am dey use am dey develop their state. So these na some of the things wey be say e dey affect us, e dey affect everybody for the country, because dem dey always dey claim say yes, na dem sabi pass, na dem know pass. If you dey talk of election now, no be say the population, if dem really say okay, make dem really do wetin be the census wey be say make dem do the census, make everybody know. We from there we go know say this north wey we dey talk say whether maybe dey plenty now, you go come be say we go come see am say the north dey not plenty pass us, because no be the one wey dey do census now dey go count their animal, count the both chicken and fowl wey dey get for inside house. They go come count everybody. From there now they go come talk say na dem get the most population for vote, say na dem get the power for any election. They always dey claim say yes, without them no election. You dey even dey see now as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu dey even dey deal with them now for that aspect. This is why somehow I like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because if you come look at now, this Hausa Fulani now, their power now, their wing now, e don come down small. But well, make we dey see how President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how he go take care of them, because this VAT wey dey talk so, or this tax wey dey say make everybody go pay now, because more time now, before you know it now, at least just from few days from now, we go enter January. We go see how e go be. But wetin we dey urge the federal government be say, this new tax wey dey talk say everybody go pay, so make dem utilize am well, because if dem fit utilize am well, na be say the thing e go good for everybody. You say, why do we actually have to fight? Well, we don't need to fight each other. We are all brothers and sisters, so there's no need fighting ourselves. And so it be. Please don't let's forget. If you are just joining us, you can help us also to like this program. It costs you nothing, just for you to press only that button, just a like, and you can also help us to drop your comment. And if today is your first time of coming across our video, also do us a favor by following our page, and also help us to share this program. Yes, may we go to another reaction when our brothers they talk for here, and we also dey use this media to also wish our brothers and sisters wey be Christian happy Christmas and New Year in advance. That one are for everybody. Yeah, you can also wish me happy Christmas by writing it in your comment section for here, because at least the love, they say that nothing more than sharing. At least you can also share that love with me by also writing to me happy Christmas and New Year in advance. He said this not shouting suspension, please tell them to go to hell. The tax act has become to be and shall come into law on January 2026. We must move forward. That is what our brother is saying for there. He said that because the northerner, most of them, they are crying about this tax. They are saying that this tax must be suspended, and this is why our brother is also saying that here, no, we are not going to stop it. The tax have come to stay, and every one of it must move. Every one of us must move forward. He said that the area temper with nothing to do with the region, but oversight. The federal government removed the oversight allegedly. That is what our brother is telling us from there. He says suffering and smiling salary corner, where we don't really know if it is smiling and if it is suffering and smiling corner. He said this is not about the north. Why will your Mr. Emilio Con alter the tax law passes by the National Assembly, where that is what we don't really know. Excuse me. He said there is this need to put things in the correct perspective, so that the citizens may not be regarded as irresponsible by outsider. It is the fact that this law was delivered and passes by the National Assembly, but in the process of getting it was altered. The right thing to make the correct to confront with the law already passed. That now waiting that our brother they talk for there. He said it has come to state there is no alteration. Tax policy are needed for effective compliance. Well, that is what most people are be saying, that the tax is needed. He said very anyhow senator without impact on the senatorial district, just empty shouting. You can see that maybe people supporting this tax, and not that maybe some people are not against it. There are people against these tax. They may be having nothing to offer, because if you are having nothing to offer, because it's just like you cannot build house on nothing. And this is why most people who are complaining about the tax, those are, to me, maybe those are people who have workers who are working under them. So at the end of the day, they have to pay tax. Not that they are free tax payer, but at least maybe the tax they are paying before, it will now come to increase. So this is why you see that a lot of people are complaining about this tax, because it is not easy maybe for anyone in Nigeria of today, especially when you are talking about the economic of Nigeria. Every one of us can testify that it's not so easy for everybody. This man is always against the tax reform bill, right from the very first day till date. There's nothing he can do without it, because tax reform bill has come to stay, and it will start come January 1st, 2026. Well, if you are blaming Senator Ndume for complaining about this tax reform, mind you, that is not only Senator Ndume that is going to pay this tax. You also will maybe one way or the other get a place that you are going to pay this tax. But I am not against it, or to say that maybe no one should pay tax, but everybody need to pay tax, because when we are complaining that the government need to do something in our constituency, the government need to do this, the government need to do that. It is our money, it is our tax that we are paying, that the government use, we have to use. So the government doesn't have any tree where they pluck money. So I'm not against anyone, or I'm not against the government collecting tax. But what I am saying, that the tax must be used according to what people are be paying. So you cannot expect me to pay tax, then at the end I'm seeing my tax being wasted. So that will not be it will not be encouraged. So that is what we are saying. So these alterations are real. May Almighty Allah vote Tinubu out. Those are some of the people who are against the tax. He said that may Almighty Allah vote Tinubu out. And yet this same man is busy strategizing and focusing on re-election, where maybe I don't know if it is planning for re-election. He said, why are you guys like this? You did not want anything to work in Nigeria because of your selfish interest. This Ali Ndume is really not what it is presenting himself to be. Well, who knows if it's not really what it's presenting it to be, because the man only come out to give his opinion. So why are you all against him? So because at least not by saying that yes, President Tinubu should go on with this task. Meanwhile, at least here is the place you can defend yourself and say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should stop this task. But no, you are now blaming Senator Ndume for giving his own opinion, of which I don't really understand. It is an impeachable offense. Let's investigate his cry out. If Tinubu is guilty, he should go. Nigeria is owned by Nigeria, not by Tinubu and his gang. Well, if that is what you said, because they said that Nigeria is not owned by Tinubu's gang. Dudon Bello, well, I don't understand what you are writing. Thank you for your comment also. I said I do not know why Tinubu too like forging everything. You cannot stop the most high jagaban of Yoruba land, opera, where you are not complaining about opera. But well, let's take the last and not the least here before we go to the Senate president episode. He said, you are a senator. Why can't the Senate set up an investigative committee to look into the matter? Well, that is what Senator Ndume said. But Senator Ndume is also inviting the federal government for them to set up investigative matter so that they can look up what is really going on about the new task. Well, that is all we can take for that now. Let us go to let's go and see the Senate president, because we are hearing that the Senate president has given some automatic job. Who are those people that the Senate president has just given automatic job? But well, there's another breaking news again. Before we go there, let's look and see. We said we are yet to employ 50 children of a veteran after 1 year. Fubara, that is for Fubara. There, that's the governor of Rivers State. Okay, let's go and see the Senate president, because we are just seeing that the Senate president has given some automatic job to who? Let's see what is going on here with the Senate president. The president of the Senate, Godwin Akpabio, has announced automatic employment for 2 sons of his police rider, Deputy Superintendent of Police (DSP) Hassani Ibrahim, who died in a fatal accident on the Lagos-Ibadan Express on Sunday. Oh, this is very tragedy. This is very tragedy to hear, as we are now hearing that the Senate president have now offered the children of his aide, has given them automatic job, just for him to consider, that is just for him to sympathize with the family. I said the announcement was made on the floor of the Senate on Thursday as Akpabio informed his colleague of a dramatic incident. DSP Ibrahim, who served as the Senate president rider, has since been buried, according to the Islamic ride. Oh my God. He said in a horrified condolence speech, Senator Akpabio emphasized the light officer as a man who deeply understands the value of work and service. Addressing the family, Senator Akpabio said, your late father understands the value of work and served. He's devoted himself to it. Unfortunately, instead of earning a laurel for the devotion he aimed by, but it's by that is not in vain. It is by that testifies to his legacy of service. May the Lord accept his soul. That now waiting the senator they talk for there. That one a very tragedy incident. But right now we dey hear say, okay, after this incident, the Senate president have decided to employ the children. Say when anything like this dey happen, the Nigeria people they have to say something. We have to go to the reaction of the people of Nigeria. He said, Haba, how can DSP be a rider? Is the rank of a driver. Employment in which country or agency? That now waiting, we never know where they for employ them. That now waiting that our brother they talk for there. He said under which area they forgive them the employment, whether now for oil session or whether now for other the Senate they for employ them, of which Nigeria wants to know. On the salary of how much Bawoni, because in the ask under which salary when they want pay for them. A whole deputy superintendent of police as a police rider. Now wow, where that is Nigeria for you. This is what it is killing. This is what is keeping on saying that the police officer attached to the politicians are always used for sacrifice. Well, I cannot say I don't know because I have never seen of a such. I said no police for VIP and yet one by for the same escort. Well, yeah, if you are saying that there's no police for VIP, to me, I see no reason why the third person, because as we all know, somebody like the senate president is more or less like the third person in the country. So when we are talking of VIP, the senate president is quite different of such. I see no reason why people should say that even though when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said that all VIP should be withdrawn to their barrack, so somebody like senate president must have a police guy, because at least as a third citizen of the country, his life must also be secured. So if you are saying that the senate president should not be having anybody to secure his or her life, so it's likewise that we are saying that the president should not be having a security guard also. So those are some of the things that affect the senate president. Give them work from his company or our government house, although they did not make any announcement of where the automatic work is coming from. We did not know, maybe the Akpabio, or they are employing them in government house, or wherever they are going to employ them. We did not know, but they only said that Akpabio have already given them automatic work. Without the parents buying, they could not have employed the children. What a country called Nigeria. Well, we don't really know, because maybe the children, their father would have been a source of maybe helping them to get a job for them. But since their father is no more, and their father may be the breadwinner in the family, so at least the family need to carry on their life. So that is why I believe that the senate president had to provide a job for them. Not that maybe if not because of their father not buy that they provide a job for them. So in order for the family to carry on, so I believe that that is why the senate president provide them a job. Well, it's not that maybe it's a good thing, or we are encouraging them to do more, because there are a lot of people who lost their loved one on duty. But today, the federal government of Nigeria have also abandoned them. We are also using this media to call on the federal government. If there's anyone like that, at least the federal government need to do something about them. Akpabio don't use the policeman do where I cannot say that because we cannot justify that by saying that maybe it's the Akpabio. Something, there's this thing that always happen in Africa, because in anything that happen in Africa, everyone must give and must have something to say. That it's either it could be family problem, or it could be one problem on the other. So we always give our problem to the family. So maybe I cannot really say that maybe the problem is from the family or not, or because as you have said that maybe Akpabio using for one thing or the other, where I cannot say that. He said but when the man was alive, why would he help his son? Who know? Maybe he does not have the opportunity to help his son. DSP deride a bike as escort. Where that is another a great shame to Nigeria police, as a DSP riding a bike. So it's a very big shame. I said where. He said, why do they not employ before the buy of their father? Well, that's not the big question when we say everybody is still they ask, just including me I still they ask that question too. He said no buy of the father, no work for the children. Nigeria hope say na NNPC job sha. If it is NNPC, I hope that is going to be a good job for the family. But where in any way, at least work na work. So far, at the end of the day, they fit see something when they go take feed their family, and that is the person that is ready to work. And you cannot say that maybe before you want to work, they have to employ you in NNPC or Central Bank of Nigeria before you say you can work. So if somebody that is in need, wherever the job may come from, so I believe that you are going to do it and get whatever you want. I said, okay, well, as his time is running fast, we are almost about 1:45 minutes for here. Let's take the last reaction before we go here. There must be buy before a good deed. It is carried out by the evil men. Those waiting for such to happen before the extended hand of a fellowship must replace your such a person. Where that is what we are saying, that we will not be waiting for anything bad to happen to somebody before we will come say they want help you. Well, this is where we are going to be dropping stopping this video right now. And please don't forget, if today is your first time of coming across our video, do us a favor by liking our page and also help us to subscribe. And I thank you all for watching, and a happy Christmas and a new year in advance. Probably we'll be right back maybe in a few hours. For now, just wish our follower a happy Christmas. Thank you all for watching. See you later. Bye bye for now.